Aloha, beautiful souls. Welcome, Tarot Ohana, to Empress Moon Tarot 777. This is a reading for the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Stellium. All right, my darlings, for the sign of Capricorn, we are going to get rolling. It's a little bit late this evening, and you are my last reading of the day. And I have had many personal readings, many personal reports, many personal rune readings. A lot of stuff has been going on today, Capricorn. So just know this is a love reading, and I'm very happy to be reading for you today. Thank you very much for being a treasured part of the Empress Moon Tarot soul family. I truly value you. I have chosen, using the random comment picker, a winner for the one card comment or one card tarot reading contest. So that is at the end of our reading, but let's go ahead and let's get started. I'm using the Romance Angel as your oracle card and the Tarot of Dreams as your tarot. All right, my darlings, they have been pre-shuffled and they are ready to go for you, Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. Ooh, let go of control issues. Let go of control issues. So here's an interesting thing that fell out while I was pre-shuffling, and I put it back in the deck. So for it to come out again, that is very important. Capricorn, it says, allow this situation to unfold naturally. So don't try to control the flow of this particular connection, because that could go wrong for you, okay? And also, if you tend to have a need for control in relationships, it might be good this weekend to release the reins a little. Okay, Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords, or Eight of Swords, sorry. The Star, the Five of Wands. Oh my goodness, wow, fighting, bickering. Ace of Wands. Nine of Cups, the King of Wands, the Nine of Swords, the Three of Wands, and our outcome. Alrighty. Wow, the outcome is rough. I am not going to lie. So, Queen of Swords. The beauty of a negative outcome, Capricorn, is that you have an opportunity to avoid it. That's the beauty of tarot, right? If tarot is showing a potential negative, impactful situation, you can take that energy and change the energy by just changing, some sort of dynamic. And it looks like the dynamic that your spirit guides are trying to get for you to change is a need for control in this relationship. So I do see you and this person have had some sort of power dynamic, okay? And I will show you the power dynamic, and it's not positive. It's two very strong-willed people not giving in to the other, right? Two very strong-willed people standing their ground to a point that it's adversely affecting the relationship that the two of you have, all right? That's what I'm seeing. Now, if that's not you, Capricorn, please go check your other birth chart placements and see if those resonate with you more. But that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a power dynamic that's out of balance. And the overall energy is that of the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords in a power dynamic, this could be somebody who's very cutting, cuts people off, doesn't let you speak. The two of you could be at such odds that, you're just talking over one another and not communicating. In a positive way, the Queen of Swords tries to figure out a way forward. Okay? Now, we see that the energy between the two of you that is interfering is that both of you are lacking patience within this relationship. Something has happened between the two of you in the past where neither one of you has any patience with the other. And so that's coming up as a mutual challenge. Now, Your challenge, we have the King of Wands. Now, this could be you. If you are the masculine energy in this connection, this could be you. And if that's the case, then this is an indication that anger may be getting the best of you. You may be struggling to keep your emotions in check. You may be feeling this sense where you're always having to defend yourself. So you're always kind of on the attack when communication occurs. I definitely see you do feel that you're always having to defend yourself. And that might be getting to you with this King of Wands here. So there is this feeling like you feel like you're always having to defend yourself to your partner. They have anxiety. Anxiety is their biggest challenge, which that may be why you're always feeling like you have to defend yourself, because this person's anxieties, with the 9 and the 8 of Swords showing up here, are getting the best of them. So you have somebody who's struggling very deeply with anxiety. It could be related to a sense of low self-esteem. It could be related to circumstances that have happened between the two of you in the past. It could be related to some sort of past trauma. It may just be somebody has generalized anxiety, and it's something that that is a physical ailment that they struggle with, right? Biological in nature. Whatever the case may be, your person is dealing with anxiety, and you're dealing with anger and frustration. And so the two are not mixing very well. Their energy on a heart level with the 5 of Wands, they feel like you're always fighting, right? It's like you're always fighting, or they feel like they're always fighting for your attention or your love, because that's on the heart space, right? So they might feel like they're always fighting for your love. They're always fighting for your attention. You have the Star on the heart space. And so there's this focus on the fact that from a romantic perspective, you wish that you could just fix things, right? You wish you could fix it. You wish you could heal it. You wish there could be some sort of change here. But, how do you go about doing that when two very strong-willed people are not giving at all? Okay, right? So you guys have this really, really tough dynamic. You, Capricorn, have a great energy in actions, because we've got the Ace of Wands. Now, if the Ace of Wands in actions is being adversely affected by this anger and frustration, it's going to come out as you being combative and argumentative. If, however, you can keep that energy of frustration and anger in check, it could come across as, maybe some makeup activity, you know what I mean? Or some sort of passionate discourse that kind of brings things back around in a fun and playful way. So you have an opportunity, if you let things kind of unfold naturally and don't fight against it, you have an opportunity here to bring a lighthearted, fun energy to the connection. Now, they have the 9 of Cups. If it's being adversely affected by their anxiety, which it could be, this could be that your person is drinking too much, or they may think you're drinking too much, or there could be drugs involved, or some sort of coping mechanism at play for your person. Now, alternatively, if both of you have this potential, now it's, can you do it? Only you know. If you can release the need for control here and allow things to just kind of play out, right? And you can set your frustration aside, and they can set their anxiety aside. It's possible that the two of you could potentially revive this in a very fun and joyful way, in a very playful way, and something that would bring happiness and bring contentment and bring this sense of togetherness. You have that potential, but you also have the potential to turn these 2 cards into a fight and coping mechanisms. So the choice is yours there. The choice is yours. Now, the outcome with the way the energy is going now, where neither one of you is budging, the outcome is an ending of a relationship. If neither one of you is willing to give. Sometimes it only takes one person to fix it. So the recommendation they have is to go into deep thought and reflection about what you can do about this relationship. With the Knight of Coins, it's kind of slow things down a little bit when things get heated, right? Slow things down a little bit when they get heated. And instead focus on putting your energy toward, look at how the energy almost looks like a heart, right? Almost looks like a heart here. And so instead, focus on putting your energy into bringing love into love and playfulness into this connection in order to see it bloom again and blossom again in a pleasant, beautiful way. So that is what I have for you, my dear Capricorns. Although the ending, the outcome is negative, because you see it now, you have an opportunity to change the energy and make the world an ending of a difficult cycle instead, and the start of something fresh and new between the two of you. That's what I would shoot for if I were you. All right, just my 2 cents. All right, my darling Capricorns, thank you for joining me. Let's see who our winner is of the 1 card tarot reading tonight. It is Miss Lioness, PP333CC, Miss Lioness, who said she was listening to the last Capricorn reading for her son, who has a stellium in Capricorn, and a close friend and a brother-in-law. That's a lot of Capricorn around you, but since you're a Pisces, I think that works out pretty well. And then it says, love you, Lioness. Much love and light to you too, my darling. Much love. All right, let's see what Spirit wants for you. All right. For Lioness. Whoop. There we go. Ace of Swords. Beautiful. Love it. And it went flying out of the deck. This is my favorite Ace of Swords, right? Because the Ace of Swords is often an epiphany or enlightenment or communication that comes in, news that comes in, right? Like news, good news, good news. And the beautiful part of this is, one, I love seeing all that vibrant blue, because to me that vibrant blue is just, it's so peaceful, right? And blue represents the throat chakra. So we definitely see some sort of communication coming forward. But there's 2 things on this card that I find to be absolutely stunningly beautiful, and they give a unique message to this particular Ace of Swords. We have the dandelion puffs all around down here, right? And what did you do as a kid with those? At least I did. I don't know if they have dandelions there or not, but they have them here. And with the dandelion, when it gets to that little puff where the seeds can kind of like blow with the wind, you would pick it up and blow. You would make a wish and then you'd blow it. And if all of the seeds, the little puffball part with all the seeds, flies off, then, as a child, we would say that, your wish is about to come true. So, to me, it feels like the communication that comes in may be a wish come true, maybe something that you've been desiring and hoping for. Now, alternatively, we also have a dragonfly there. Dragonflies represent death, burial, rebirth, right? So it's scorpionic energy. And so, there could be a fresh start that comes as a result of some sort of communication. We do have the new moon. We have the solar eclipse. Very, very strongly possible that that's going to be the case. Some sort of fresh start comes as a result of some sort of news that comes your way. Now, the dragonfly, for me personally, when my ex passed away, I saw dragonflies everywhere, and not in places where dragonflies should have been, if that makes any sense. And so the dragonfly for me has always been, since his passing a few years back, has always been a connection to the spirit realm as well for me. And so it's very possible that the communication you may receive could be spiritual in nature, right? Where there's a sudden awareness that maybe a passed on loved one is near you, or there's a sudden awareness that a passed on loved one, is thinking about you. So it could also be that. But either way, no matter how you look at this is good news that's coming your way, and good news that is going to light you up, right? So it's going to be something that's really going to be tender and dear to your heart, but is also going to be a strong expression of truth and new beginnings. And so that's what I'm seeing here. That's what I've got for you, my dear. All right, my darlings, have an absolutely beautiful, beautiful weekend. And if you are interested in receiving a one-card tarot reading at the end of the next Capricorn video, be sure to comment down below so that you can be entered into the drawing. As always, my darlings, mahalo nui loa, love and light, kiss, kiss, and ta-ta for now.